Okay, I will just go through the demo in 1 or 2 minutes. I will first give you an impression what the demo looks like. This is the application that I will just show to you and give you an impression how I developed this application. And what you can see over here is there's partly Uniface functionality, like retrieving data from a database. There is a couple of external links, like the Uniface stuff that brings you to an external link. But there is also a hamburger menu, and there is one more button just for fun. I will show how that works. Okay, so you can show information, hide information. When you expand your menu, this will just be the menu that pops up. If you click your beat it, a video will pop up, and this is all in one page actually. Let me show you how that works. So I will go to my Uniface development environment, and I hope everyone can see that now. Okay. The first thing what I will do when I develop a mobile application is go for Uniface stuff. This is basically plain Uniface. I defined my component, my DSP, added, in this case, 2 entities, one for the country information and one with buttons control. Go to the proc, you see just code to clear my component, to store data and to retrieve data. It's quite obvious. For those of you who did not do any web development, I just point to this public web statement. I remember when I did first web development, I had a point that the detail checker didn't launch, and it took me a couple of some time to actually find out if I do not define public web first, it won't work because it doesn't allow me. I'm just telling you. Okay, this is just a code that comes from the application model directly. I don't have to do anything. And what you can do over here is select fields, copy as HTML, and go to the layout and paste the HTML directly into your layout. This will actually result in an application. There we go. Okay, so it's very straightforward. 3 fields, a clear button, a store button, and a get data button. When I click get data, it gives very nicely all the information from the database. Clear, just clears from the database. Okay, so go back to the Uniface development environment. This is plain Uniface. It doesn't look beautiful, but it does have data access included directly without any complications. The next thing I did is I added some external links to this application, like a link to an external website, and this is just HTML. There's nothing specific about this one. I have added a sign-in and a login functionality. I mean, it doesn't go anywhere, but just to show you that you can include external links in your application. And when we take a look now to the application, there we go. I did already have this get data that still works, and clear and store. So what I have added is an external link that takes me to the Uniface website, a sign up and a login, not really bullet link to implement signing up or logging in functionality. So what is next? Next is I am going to make the application responsive, and for that I have included, not this one, a reference, a link to Bootstrap. Okay, so by implementing the reference to Bootstrap and assigning classes to the different div tags, I implement behavior that has predefined in Bootstrap. Like this, for example, show you this one, like up until here, I think. It shows this is one way to actually define the menu, the hamburger menu. There are different ways you can use glyph icons as well. For this one, the sign in and login functionality I've assigned to 2 glyph icons to make it more beautiful. Well, let's see how this works. There we go again. Okay, I'm just looking if the screen is there. You can yes. Okay. So then again, this has a complete different look and feel, as you can see now. The get data still works fine, clear. There is an external link going to Uniface. The glyph icons for the sign up, the little puppet, and the login. So what happens if I make this screen a little smaller? You'll see that the hamburger menu is available, so you don't see the whole menu anymore. So when I need the menu, I can just click, and then the menu will expand and show me all the options I have by making the appropriate selection. Alright, there we go. So what's next? The thing about developing for mobile devices has to do with real estate. You have a small screen and you probably want to show only the information that the end user really needs to see. So what I have done for this application, I have built some hide and show functionality using JavaScript. There we go. Let me just select this little part. This actually allows you, I'm not going into the details, but this little script allows me to hide my table with the data. I'll show you how that works. There we go again. The next one. So you see these 2 buttons, hide and show. They were not available in the previous screen. Hide actually means it doesn't show any data anymore. It's gone. When I click show, it comes back. So when I get my data from the database, I can hide the information. So the data is still available, but it doesn't show. So I can use this screen for different things if I want to. It's a matter of optimizing the screen usage, I think. The next thing what I have done is I have added some colors in my menu. Let me see where we are. Go to this one. I didn't change too much. What I've done is use Uniface to simply define a red menu, define the size of the buttons, and what I also have done is I have added a little picture in the menu. Okay, there we go. So let me see where it is. Okay, show you. So this is no picture yet, has been done with the next thing. So what I've done is I've added the colors over here. Black text on a blue background is not the best thing to do, but I just want to show you that you got a completely different look and feel. And all the other functionality, like minimizing the screen to pop up the hamburger menu still works fine. Okay, then the last thing I did is build in some funny things, and I'll point to this one. I implemented a reference to an MP4 that can be hidden also, so that allows you just to make a selection which screen you really want to see. Then again, there we go again. Oops, I'll stop this one immediately. So now you see the sort of final application. We still have all Uniface functionality available. You can just get the data. We can hide data. We can show. Fine. We can minimize the screen on a mobile app to use the hamburger menu. And we have this little button over here that said beat it. So if you really hide this one and you go for the beat it, you can just watch your video. Okay, suppose you're happy with this DSP. You're now saying I'm going to deploy this this application. Then we go back to the development environment, and we have to build a startup shell, a mobile startup shell. So we go to editors, startup shell, and we create a mobile startup shell. So this is again just a name. The shell type, you can select mobile, Windows Server, character mode. You have to select mobile. If you select Windows, you'll see the triggers over here. Okay, you see image, other, and more as options. But for mobile, everything will change a little bit. You will have the Build App button over here. There is a set of tab pages on which you have to define the details that are needed to generate your mobile application. So one of the things that really matters is the URL of the first DSP that you want to kick off when you start a mobile application. For now, I think you need the IP address, but I don't know if that's going to change. That's the Buildozer demand. So all this information partly is mandatory, partly is free information. One of the things I want to point out is this phone gap plugin. If you want to get access to your mobile device's functionality, you might consider using plugins to enable that functionality, like making contacts, for example, getting access to your contacts on your telephone. So then automatically during the build process, these plugins will be included in your generated application. So once you've done that and you're happy with that, you can click the Build App button, and the Build App button will prompt you to the Buildozer mobile logon form. As I told you, you need to provide over here logon information. Let me see if I still know my password. There we go. And you can click logon. So I'm logged on now. That's fair enough. And the next thing is you can click build, and this build will take you to the Buildozer website. There we go. Your projects are now ready for setup. Buildozer website will now be opened, so you can verify the settings, assign certificates, and provisioning profiles. There we go. So you know, at the Buildozer website, which is completely outside Uniface, but all information to build, to generate a mobile app can be done from here. You see the show and hide Android test and the show and hide Android production. So you can just select one and start building the application.